Pettis now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this is caught. Jennings. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Juwan Jennings. 28 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Now Gold for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Pettis now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 13. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Herbert. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Herbert, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the... Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Pettis now from his end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Pringle. Oh, he's got... There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Byron Pringle, 66 yards. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Let's go, defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They snap it to Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
53. Check 53.
And Lance going to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Check 53. Let's go. 53. Flag 2. 53. Here we go. Here we go. Cheetah. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I got you.
On first down, Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 2nd and 10, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On now, the Bears' all-time leading scorer, Robbie Gould, kicking against his former team. The kick by Gould is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll send the tight end in motion.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Rolling to his left. This will be caught at Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Lance
sliding out of the pocket.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Pettis now from his end zone.
And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll go again with Herbert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16.
110 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Fields throw taken in by Pringle. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back to throw. Fields.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Justin Fields fighting Darnell Mooney. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready, red,
Watch out now. Dixie Fury.
Lance looking to throw it. He'll buy some time right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
He's got the first down and more.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
It shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Block 40. 10 cycle.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Let's get it. No.
Check smash. Set. Go. Ram. Cycle.
To throw, it's Lance.
Rolling to his right.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch 35. Watch 35. 50 seconds. Mike, 50
Now it's Fields.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day. Because
touchdown, 49ers! Trey Lance, 34 yards.
And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Treston Ebner
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Oh, wait, hold everything at time.